Ibrahim Tia. You're welcome to Eyewitness News, sir.
Good evening, Umaru.
How are you doing? And congratulations on your appointment and swearing in as Minister for Northeast.
Yeah, Umaru, I was not rather too happy that you connected me. I was online and you were speaking to my MP who was speaking about the former vice president, and I was hanging online.
I am terribly sorry. He was at a lecture with the former vice president. So I just wanted.
Exactly so. That was not the subject matter why you invited me.
Yes.
To come on air.
Yeah, but
he connected me and he was giving his lectures. Anyway.
No, I spoke to him. I spoke to him extensively about Walewale. So this was just a last minute question I asked him.
Yeah.
But it's a son of your soil who has gone to speak in Harvard. I thought you would be happy, or?
No, I am happy, but that was not the subject why I was connected.
No, I'm not going to ask you about Dr. Baumia's lectures. It's not related. Okay. But I said congratulations. He didn't reply, sir.
Thank you so much, Omaru.
Hey, Honorable. This is our first interview, so let's be.
Thank you so much.
Let's talk about Walewale. Why was there a need to impose a curfew?
The need arose as a result of the skirmishes and the spillover effects from the Baku conflict that also resulted into the reprisal attacks in Walewale. And then we tried nibbling it in the back and tried. We couldn't. We tried engaging the communities to see the need why we should put to whom some of these skirmishes around. And then we tried. We started. The first information we got about this curfew was on Tuesday. Yeah. Then we engaged some stakeholders. We will engage the overlord and told them, look, this is the sign that is coming. But we are thinking that no, a curfew is not the best way to go. Let's engage the community to see if the skirmishes along the highway will stop. Fine. Then we pick it from there. So then we moved to Walewale. We engaged the assembly. And from the assembly, we went and engaged the chief of Walewale and told him, look, let us get a broader stakeholder engagement. Getting the assembly persons, the pastors, the imams, the various political parties, youth groups, so that they should come together and we sit down and talk and see how we can reduce these skirmishes along the highway. Yeah, that was our first engagement. So we tasked the assembly to go ahead in engaging the communities so that we will now have a broader stakeholder engagement where RICSEC will come in and meet all the various communities along the Walewale stretch so that we see how we can address the situation. It was in the process of the engagement. Tuesday, Wednesday, we were there. Thursday, Friday, the skirmishes continued. Then it got to a point that the national called and said the way things have gone, there's no way that these consultations can be going on while these skirmishes are going on. So the curfew is the best way to go whilst we still engage and see how we can get a final solution to the problem. However, the curfew has come. It seems there's relative calm. They are obeying to the rules of the curfew, and I think that once the skirmishes are stopped, like for Saturday up to date, we've not recorded even a single skirmish. Anything that doesn't happen again, I think we can recommend to national to see how they can review the curfew whilst we continue with the stakeholder engagement. Yes, Northeast region is trying to engage Upper East RICSEC so that we can have a joint RICSEC meeting and see how we can address these underlying issues. Thirdly, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, after assuming power, engaged the Baku. He went to Baku and he came to Nalerigu. And I think that that was a positive step. And I think behind the scenes, some engagements have started. And I think that they are very fruitful, and then maybe they will work to a permanent solution to the crisis.
Okay. Your MP says you were not on top of issues, i.e., you did not advise for the imposition of the curfew, and that instead of the curfew being bottom up, it was rather up bottom. The directive came from Accra, which is something you have just said now. Is that the proper procedure?
Let me throw clarity to that, Omaru. The issue is this. We were given the opportunity to manage, which we agreed that we could manage the crisis on the ground. That was where we started the stakeholder engagement with the chiefs and the opinion leaders, thinking that that could give us positive results and it will minimize the skirmishes along the highway. So we started the engagement on Tuesday, continued on Wednesday, and continued up to Thursday. I'm talking to you, on the Friday that the last brutal attack happened, there was supposed to be an engagement at Wulugu with the community. So it appeared as if that as we started the engagement processes, it was not yielding results. We haven't gotten to the root cause of the matter. And the skirmishes will keep going on. Certainly, we are there to take care of life and property. So there was nothing that we could do than to go along with the curfew.
Yes, but the issue is that you were given the opportunity to fix this. It means then that you were incompetent at fixing it locally. That's why National had to intervene and say that I'm imposing a curfew.
Omaru, if you use the word incompetent, then you are not fair to me.
Okay. You failed to fix the problem. That's why National had to intervene to say we are imposing a curfew.
Let me tell you. You see, issues of this nature are so dynamic that there's no one-cut solution to it, unless you have never been involved in a conflict situation before. When this issue happened, like I told you, there's a structure that you need to follow so that you can get the people involved to deal with the matter appropriately. But as I'm talking to you, when this issue came up, we got the information on Tuesday. I went to the overlord, engaged him and told him that, look, let us use these steps in getting this issue resolved. So we had a dialogue and we agreed. And the skirmishes happened between Walewale and Bolga. So we decided engaging the municipal chief, the municipal assembly, and the chief of Walewale. They agreed. The following day, Thursday, consultations started going on. But here is the case. Those who are doing these atrocities, we don't know them. That is why we now want to engage the stakeholders so that there will be a broader stakeholder engagement so that when the information goes wide that, look, that way is not the way to go. Attacks is not the way to go. Then we can now find a lasting solution for the skirmishes and see the way forward. These processes were going on. While the skirmishes were going on, we don't know that. If we had known them straight, why not? We go ahead and arrest them and stop it.
Okay, this thing you keep referring to as skirmishes. How many lives has this skirmishes or have these skirmishes claimed so far?
Well, the first instance, the first one that started on Monday, 3 lives were lost. That was in Wurugu. Then after that, there was another one which happened in Walewale town. That one, no life was lost. It was only the bus that was bent. Then subsequently, the third one happened just at the outskirts of Walewale. That one, a gentleman died in the hospital, others sustained injuries, and a baby also died because the bus was set ablaze, and a baby died inside the bus. The bus burned the baby to death. So, to the best of my knowledge, but after that, I heard there were some other isolated deaths that also occurred as a result of those skirmishes on the road. And to add up, when I went engaging the chief in Walewale to tell me that, look, this is the real situation, I went to the hospital to visit those who were in the bus that got bent, and others, I hear that they were also brutalized by the security forces who were around for not trying to give. I don't know. I don't really get the right. They were at least malhandled. So I went to the hospital, greeted them, took care of their hospital bills, and from there I decided going to the Nayiri, the Durana's house, to greet him and also brief him that, look, the situation is gradually going out of hand, and for that matter, there's an imposition of a curfew. And once there's an imposition of curfew, it is good for us to see how we can comply with it. Once we are complying, then we'll see how subsequently it can be reviewed. I was in the palace when there was an attack on the palace. Because of the imposition of the curfew, I was held hostage. And the combined team of the military and the police came and rescued me out of the palace. As a result of that, I lost my own brother in Walewale.
Wow. Due to the attacks? You lost your brother as a result of the attacks?
Yes.
Our condolences. That's sad.
Thank you.
Your MP says if you believe that curfew was the way out and the best solution, why haven't you imposed curfew on Zebila and Binduri? Why are you imposing that on Walewale? Because if your basis is what you have said, a similar thing happened in Zebila too.
Well, I can't tell. I don't know whether there's curfew there or there's no curfew there, so I cannot speak for them. This is where I am. But I know that in Boku there is curfew.
He mentioned Zebila, not Boko. He said that a bus was
And I'm
burnt in
saying that
Zebila
I
too.
cannot speak to Zebila, and I cannot speak to whatever he's talking of. This is where I am working.
Okay.
I am the regional minister for Northeast region.
Okay.
And these issues came, and we tried resolving it.
Okay.
I went to the bottom to see how we can find ways of resolving it.
Let me just
and it couldn't.
Let me just put two more issues that the MP raised before you go. He
Right.
said he was not consulted. Of course, by law he needn't be consulted, but because you have talked about a number of consultations you engaged in as a member of parliament, maybe the expectation would be that he should have been consulted too. Why was he not consulted?
You know, I told you about the underlying issues. We started the process. It's a process. It's not an event. And we started at the assembly. From the assembly, we moved to the palace. So we thought, yes, the process that we have taken could have mitigated the effects that we are looking at. Little do we know that it will escalate up to that level. But certainly, yes, we would have gotten to him. Because me, I have an open door policy. And I said, I will keep engaging my lawmakers. All my 6 MPs in my region, I've got a policy that I have to be engaging them always. But this is an issue. It was a process. Little did we know it will get to that level.
Okay.
It was only when it got to that level we realized that no, yeah, this is the situation. We are already there.
So you're on the way to consult him as well.
Consulting him could have resolved the problem. Why not? It's not a difficulty reaching out to him.
Very well. Last question. He said that instead of bringing soldiers to maintain a curfew in the town, you could have done escort services so that people would be able to move around and do their business, because there are people who engage in night business, 24-hour economy, as your government is planning to introduce. You are undoing...
But to the best of my knowledge, he knows very well that there were escort services within the Walewale jurisdiction. It was ongoing, but yet it was happening. But this time, the numbers have been added. And let me tell you, when I was held captive, it was combined military and police that rescued me.
So minister breached the curfew then?
No, but who tells you that it was after 6 o'clock?
Minister, but he said that.
Is that what he told you?
You said, no, you said you were caught up during curfew hours. I'm just saying that.
No. I never said something like that.
Oh, you said you were rescued by soldiers.
Yes, I was rescued when I was on the hostage in the chief palace.
Oh, not during a curfew hours.
No.
Okay, I thought you meant that it was curfew time and
no,
they had to help you.
I didn't mean that. You assumed.
No, I'm sorry for the wrong assumption. When you said you were held hostage by curfew, when you said you were held hostage, I thought that under.
I was held hostage.
By who?
At the palace, by the youth.
They said they won't let you go out.
They won't go out.
But why? What have you done to them?
That because of the curfew. They are imposed curfew on them.
Oh, they are not happy with the curfew.
Exactly so.
So they say you should either you remove curfew or they'll put you under curfew.
They were throwing stones at the palace, banging at the chief doors. The police came, tried to rescue me. There was no way. So they have to increase their reinforcement.
The chief of Walewale.
I tell you that, come again.
The chief of Walewale.
Yes.
Do you know he listens to Eyewitness News? The last I went to interview him in December. I saw a nice radio set in his palace. He said to me he's been listening to...
I'm saying, I did all this in consultation with the chief.
I see. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Please extend our regards to him. Tell him that we are happy he's been listening to us.
Thank you so much.
And
haven't you witnessed that my vehicle was vandalized?
I saw that. Our correspondent sent us that information.
You see that? Yes.
So even you are not safe?
But that's the issue.
I'm sorry for you.
We are humble servants, so we are there to serve the people. So it's part of the work that we are doing.
Very well. Please take care of yourself and try and find peace in that area.
No, we are working. We are consulting. Certainly, there will be a way out.
Thank you for speaking to us.
I am not happy too that my people are under curfew. Certainly.
We don't have a lot of time. I would have asked you about your new Council of State member, but I think we can talk about that later, because the last time when I digressed with Kabiru, you were not happy, so I will not digress with you. Thank you for speaking to us.
Grateful, sir.
That's Honorable Ibrahim Tia. He's the Northeast Regional Minister, speaking to us about the curfew that was imposed on the Walewale town. This is